When you're saying that he arranges everything, he arranges everything in my life, everything, why do I understand what he's doing? Because it's hidden from you. It seems to you that it happens because Tal treats you in a certain way, or someone else, or something else. You don't see that it comes from him. Why don't I see it? You don't have the sense to acknowledge it. A sense. That means that I don't understand God? Yes. As if God, He's like speaking to me through everything that's happening in my life and I don't understand His language? Right? Nothing exists aside from you. She doesn't exist. I don't exist. Nothing exists. Only you and God. Like you named this talk, me and God, and He is constantly talking to me. The way we influence you, weather, the sun, heat, cold, also what you internally feel and think, all that comes from Him. He arranges it all. He does. So why do I understand Him? Why don't I know how to read His map? First of all, you didn't yet reach the need that you want to get to know Him whatever happens. Were you to have this kind of deficiency? What do you mean? Deficiency is this kind of a demand, a desire, the feeling of lack, that I'm lacking this, that I lack nothing besides this. Give me a piece of bread just so I can exist and I won't die, but besides this, to get to know Him. So a person has to reach this tremendous yearning to get to know God, of course. And then what happens? And then he gets a method called the wisdom of Kabbalah as to how to discover the Creator. To get to know means to discover, to reveal. The revelation comes as a result of a person's inner improvement. As if he's talking to me in a language that I don't understand, Chinese, and then Chinese at least you hear. Here you don't hear it. It seems to you that the entire world is not his language. It seems to you that the entire world, the world, works as it works. Tal, suppose, told you something, I yelled at you, and he did something nice for you, and he did this, and she did that. You don't accept these things as an influence coming from the higher force, that there's none else besides him. You accept it, see it, like the rest of the world. You see what the whole world is engaged in, politics and whatnot. Like in a kindergarten. They're dealing with each other. So if I want to understand what he's telling me, I have to depict that everything that happens in life, it's not you, it's me and God. There are only the two of us. Yes. So that's the first action. That's the beginning of the right perception, where you don't grasp yet, but in order to hold on to the edge of the thread, that's the point. So what exactly do I have to tell myself? That besides me, besides that point that I'm holding on to, that there's none else besides him, there really is none else besides him. I didn't understand. What's the first point I have to grab hold of in order to start understanding him? That whatever is outside of me is only the Creator. One force, one control, one desire. And what's inside of me, we have to add to that. Besides this desire to attain him, he also created everything in me. And also my desire to attain him, he created in me. But in this desire, he gave me a certain freedom of choice that I have to develop. And then what follows is that I'll become a free human being, in Hebrew called Adam. Adam in Hebrew both means human being and also to be similar to the Creator. I didn't understand. In order to identify that he is speaking to me through everything, like you said, through all the people, there are no people, no nothing in the world, only him. This is what I have to tell myself. There are no people, no nothing, only him. This is the point of view. For starters, that's in order to start seeing the path. And then, every time with all the different obstructions and problems, you'll have to build a more and more focused attitude towards him, a deeper attitude to understand how is he talking with you, how is he confusing you, so you can better understand him, his qualities, his method, get deeper into him. You absorb and absorb everything, and this is how you build yourself similar to him. If I start depicting for myself that there are no people but only the Creator, God, that's arranging everything, it follows that many times I have rage, anger towards him. Yeah, of course. It's okay on his behalf. He's not impressed by it because he also gives you the rage and anger for you to be angry at him. So it's okay? What do you mean okay? If he's giving it to you. I'll give you an example. Suppose you do something bad to me, then to this day, before I learned this lesson that there are no people, no nothing, only God, then I'd be angry at you or at Tal. Now you're saying no. If you want to start understanding how the Creator is talking to you, erase everything. No people, no nothing, only the Creator. Great. Then you'll do something bad to me. Who will I hate? Who will I be angry at? God, not you. So he's okay with it? Don't worry, he's okay with it. You're sure? Yes. I'm responsible. Okay, now he doesn't mind what kind of attitude you have towards him as long as you relate to him. Don't let go. Can you explain that? It's not important for him how you treat him in a good or bad way. The main thing is you're related to him. He wants for us to constantly be in touch with him. He wants for a person to be in contact with him, not for him to be in contact with us. He's in contact with us all the time. What does it mean for a person to be in touch with him, to get different feelings and thoughts from him? That a person constantly tries to find everywhere none else besides him, good that does good. These two parameters, these two discernments, according to which, first of all, we perceive God, we have perception of God. Okay, a short intermediate summary. First you said that everywhere you have to detect that there's none else besides him, no people, no nothing around me, only God talking to me, and the second is that he is good that does good. Yes. Okay, suppose the first task you gave me to relate to everything, like it's not coming from my wife, my boss, the kids, the neighbors, or anything, but it's the Creator in front of me, this I understand. But you don't yet know how to respond to it. But at least I understand the task. To erase everything, there's only the Creator and that's it. The entire world is like the external form of his behavior towards me. Like a theater, like he is the director behind everything. This I understand. The problem is that you're saying that a person tries to see good that does good everywhere. Now, let's talk business. We're not trying to beautify things. And when I told you that I'm angry at him, you said, fine, no problem. Okay, this I understand. But about the good that does good. Now, mapping my life, like you said, like we said, there are many factors in life influencing me. You, she, him, many things. So to erase everything, put just one thing, this I understand. The other thing you're telling me that I have to do is to see that he is good that does good. I don't exactly see that. There is good here and there, but, you know, if I make the balance, it's mostly bad. What do I do about that? What do I do about seeing that most of the things in my life aren't good? Because you're not in equivalence of form with the higher force. Please explain what you're saying. Equivalence of form, equivalence in qualities, that whatever seems as bad to you, in his eyes, it's good. Everything, all those bad things that he does to me, he thinks that they're good. It's impossible that he does anything bad to you. But this is what I'm asking. To begin with, he is good that does good. Good and does good to whom? Probably you don't understand what he's doing to you. Okay, there are two things that I don't understand. First of all, I don't understand all the people around me are him. I bought my child a library with different classic books, things. He's saying, I don't want it. Why don't you buy me a computer? I want to be on Facebook or something. I caused him evil the way he sees it. So the way I see it, it's good. The way he sees it, it's bad. What's necessary? For him to correct himself and to understand that what's good for him is what I brought him. And the moral is that you'll change and you'll see that your life is full of good.